Jamaica, I am extremely worried about what I hear the Prime Minister talk about the next chapter of Jamaica. Now, I want Jamaicans to understand that the Jamaica Labour Party has been in government for 10 years. 10 years, 1 decade. And the Prime Minister says that his government is taking the country into the next chapter. Now, I want you to understand that when you have a book, the first chapter is always the basic chapter, and then you have the other chapters advance the first chapter. Now, when you look at this chapter, this 10 years chapter that the Jamaica Labour Party has been in government, we have seen Petrojam scandal. We have seen Andrew Wheatley resign from the Andrew Holness government. We have seen Ruel Reid scandal. We have seen where the government took the children's money and exploit it. We have seen the Market Me scandal, where the government gives contract to their special friends. We have seen deplorable hospitals in the last chapter. We have seen where people have been sleeping on ground. We have seen where people have been sleeping on benches in our hospitals in Jamaica. We have seen deplorable roads in Jamaica. We have seen in the last chapter where the Andrew Holness government controls the parliament in Jamaica. Right? We have seen where the government announced spark that has not started to spark. We have seen the government announce reach that seems to be lost. Now, Jamaica, we're in the last chapter. We have seen the illicit six, and we still haven't seen them yet. We the only person we know who has been under investigation for illicit enrichment in this chapter, or the last chapter, is the Prime Minister himself. Now, in the last chapter, the Prime Minister's declaration has not been certified. No, Jamaica. Inflation has been high in the last chapter. You're telling me that you're telling Jamaica that we're going into the next chapter to do what? Now, the next chapter might wipe Jamaica off the map, and I'm extremely worried that that we have a potential government, Andrew Holness, who is going to take Jamaica into the next chapter. Jamaica, think about all the things that happened in the last chapter. No prosperity for the common man. In the last chapter, the Jamaica Labour Party increased their salary 300%, while doctors and nurses had to be protesting in the last chapter. Do you remember that? You remember how nurses and doctors had to protest? You remember the teachers are migrating in droves because of the treatment of the government in the last chapter? And you're telling me about the next chapter? Jamaica, it's time for a change of book. We don't need a next chapter of the Jamaica Labour Party. We need an overhaul of the book. We need somebody else who have a different vision and a different mindset to govern Jamaica. Because quite frankly, this next chapter might wipe us off the map, might embarrass us. I'm beseeching all Jamaicans. Think about what I'm saying. Because honestly, in my gut, I'm worried about the next chapter if Andrew Holness and the JLP is given a third term.